My academic environment tends to brainwash people into consulting / investment banking rather than continue, some acronym that I don't know what it is, 7-figure family business. But I experienced cognitive dissonance to choose between finance career and solid family business management to reach a PE type, private equity type activity. I thought this was amazing. My MBA experience I thought was amazing in a couple ways. The teachers they're the best academics, some of the best academic people in the whole world. Also, there's some, it's a gift to have some of the professors there that are, clinical professors that are very wealthy, that made big money in private equity, that made big money in tech startups, investing, etc. I had several professors. I had 3 professors that were billionaires. I had several professors that were 100 millionaires, and I like their opinion a lot more than, that means a lot more than a Harvard PhD in my opinion. The guy that actually did something that made money like that versus the guy that hung, good for him for Harvard, good for him for some of these fancy PhDs. I respect that, but I don't pretend that it's the same level of education as somebody that started something from nothing and turned it into hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in personal net worth, plus all the profits that their shareholders, et cetera, would have earned in the process. So, anyway, an amazing thing to me about that academic environment is I thought that, I think I had an average IQ for an elite business program. I think I had an average IQ. I think there were some people there that had much higher IQ, a few that, 2 or 3 that I'm curious what the admissions error, how that happened. But I probably was an average IQ person in that environment. But then, if you looked at the disparity of outcomes where the majority of MBA students, which I thought was a very worthwhile degree, by the way, but the majority of my classmates, it was amazing to me that a lot of the classmates in my grad school program, more than half, I would say, they either came from a consulting or a banking background. And the consultants hated consulting, and they went to grad school so they can then be a banker. And the bankers hated banking, and they went to grad school so they could be a consultant. And you would think that some very high IQ people, that if you spent a couple of years together, that they might have had a conversation at some time, and the bankers told the consultants, and the consultants told the banker, you know what, this industry sucks too, and why don't we just go do something else together? So you got some very smart people there, and they're willing to kill themselves working, They're willing to work, high IQ, high performers. And if the bankers just told the consultants, you know what, banking really sucks, guys. And if the consultants told the bankers, yeah, this sucks too. Maybe they just could have had a happy life and made even more money. And I always thought that was so amusing that, almost all of them want to go into those 2 industries. And then people make friends in year 1, and then they start getting competitive and betray all their friendships in year 2, vying for the top consulting gigs and top banking gigs, which I thought that was also extraordinary. Similar thing in a lot of law firms, similar things in law. So I don't know. It was really an interesting situation. I thought it was kind of fucked. But I didn't go there because I wanted a job. I went there because I liked education and I wanted to be around other nerdy, high achiever type people. And I got what I wanted from it, but it never occurred to me that I would get a job. So you think it through for yourself. But I think generally speaking, I think consulting sucks. And banking sucks. And I respect some of these people, that they are smart people and they are hardworking, and I respect that element of them. But is that really how you want to spend your life? You want to show up at when they do these interviews, you go to like a McKinsey type interview, and it's 20 stages long. They don't say that, but it's really 20 or 25 micro interviews, and they want to see are you willing to betray your family? Are you willing to break plans with your friends? Are you willing to show up? They'll invite you to dinner on Thursday, for instance. This is a real example. They invite you to dinner on Thursday, offer you a lot of drinks, and see how much you're actually willing to drink. And they want you to have a drink, and maybe 2, but not 3. So they want to see, will you have a drink or 2 and be social, but not too much that you're going to do something fucked up or inappropriate, or it might be perceived that way. And then they'll go around and they'll have everybody talk about, oh, what are your plans for the weekend? What are you doing this weekend? Oh, you're spending time with your dying mother. So, or, you were spending time with your new girlfriend on Sunday afternoon. That's great. And they take notes on all this shit. And then they'll contact you Saturday night or Sunday morning and say, hey, we'd really like you to stop in the office, blah, 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 for the next step here. They literally want to see if you're willing to betray your dying mother, your new girlfriend, your best friend. It's like, I don't want to hang out with those people. I mean, you're going to go spend your life like that? They just want to see you like, a good consultant is really somebody, and again, I respect some of these are very smart people and very motivated people. I really respect that. So I don't want this to be misunderstood, but the type of people they're really trying to hire at a top consulting firm is someone that has, high IQ, extraordinary work ethic, and moderately low self-esteem. So they want someone that's just willing to tolerate abuse and insult, a series of abuse and insults, and just tolerate it and suck it up and put your game face on and show up and perform regardless. And I don't know. I don't want to spend my life that way, and I wouldn't treat people like that. And anybody that I had a relationship, I just wouldn't treat people that way, and I wouldn't allow anyone to treat me that way. So it's weird to me that people with similar potential, some of them had better IQ or better brain power than me, but that's where they thought was their best opportunity in life. I just thought that was so weird. What a bizarre, glitch in the system of humanity. You have any thoughts about these type of industries, or?
Not really.
Yeah. and that's a better answer. And that's a better answer. What do you think about these industries? No, I don't. That's another IG one. I feel like I need to say to the camera all the little things that come up on IG so I can quit answering these things on IG or quit ignoring them. So I'm intentionally putting, so that's another one I get on IG. Derek, what do you think about so-and-so or blah, blah, blah. So I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think about it at all.